Most people fail to realize that the one biggest personal thing holding themselves back from actually feeling, the genuine fulfillment and happiness that they know they can feel, that they know there is an ideal of, that they have the potential to experience, is themselves. People like adopt the view that these things come from the external. That it's like once you get a job, once you get a nicer house, once you get a certain level of wealth, once you maybe move to a certain part of the world, that you're going to be actually experiencing the ideal of happiness that exists. But this is the completely wrong way to go about it, and this is due to a lack of education, I guess, because the human mind and actually optimizing the maximizing of pleasure and the minimizing of pain can only go off what it knows, can only go off the mechanisms that it knows. And when we're brought up in a world where we always view and see the external as our primary source of validation and satisfaction, like being in school, you're taught to essentially rely on a grade for your happiness. Work, rely on a paycheck, all these sort of things. That trains the mind to look externally, and we never develop an understanding that true happiness, fulfillment comes from within. So the spiritual type people, they'll preach that, but they are more coming from the idea of having free will to choose whichever subjective beliefs you hold will actually shape the quality of experience you have. Two men could be having the exact same experience, both looking at the exact same sunset, but one is a pessimist and he's like, oh, the sun's going to explode and kill us all, and the other one is grounded in the present moment and takes life for what it is and sees the beauty in each moment, that sort of thing. Which is obviously valuable to a degree. In the modern world, we're brought up to have these limiting negative beliefs, largely because of what I was saying before, seeking pleasure externally. We're not able to actually see the value and have a more detached, impersonal approach to day-to-day life. We'll stress if we don't have money, we'll panic, maybe the stock market goes down, the market's gone down a little bit and people are crashing out probably, but that's because they are seeking the validation, satisfaction in their lives from the external, and that is the wrong way to go about it, because you're meant to feel good internally and innately, just purely as a function of living and being healthy. So being healthy, I'll get into that. That is the most important thing I'd say of it, because when you're lacking in health, when you have subpar health, when you're deficient, overly toxic, just in general, you're going to have a compromised nervous system. So you're going to be perceiving stress externally where there is none. You're going to be on high alert because your body is in that survival state, and your body is essentially malfunctioning due to toxicity, due to general biological dysfunction. Then when you pair that with a lack of education and the ideas that happiness is going to come from the external, you keep people on a hamster wheel, and they're perpetually going to be looking for external validation, for more material gains, superficial successes, but they're never actually going to be addressing the root cause of what is causing them to actually drive and to seek these fixes. Obviously the fixes don't work, but what is causing them to seek these fixes is a compromised biochemical state, a compromised nervous system, and then on top of that, the negative beliefs that they've grown up and now holding to be true, which have framed their worldview in a way that they are seeking pleasure externally, as opposed to accepting the present moment and having that healthy detachment and impersonal relationship with their day-to-day experiences, and not actually seeing things as right or wrong, or positive or negative, or the best day of my life or the worst day of my life, but just taking things for what they are, and always seeing the positive, always enjoying things, and not letting anything external take away from the true health and vitality they feel internally, biochemically. So before my health journey, I say the belief system and the health stuff go hand in hand, because before my health journey, I was very insecure, anxious, just weak, but weak emotionally. I had no strong vitality to me. And actually becoming healthier, and really fixing my health, addressing the nervous system issues, optimizing my hormones. You can tell I've got a deep voice, my hormone composition is completely optimized. That allows me to express myself as the truest, healthiest being that I am, and then in turn the belief systems that I hold and the beliefs of the world around me are going to shape accordingly. Because when you're actually a healthy person, when you have that internal vitality, when you're satiated with high quality foods, you don't have any deficiencies, you're not anxiously looking for where to find food, where to find reliefs. Like a caffeine addict, they're addicted to coffee because they're constantly looking to find and feel relief to like the dysfunction that they feel day to day, like the lack of energy, which is obviously a consequence of poor health, poor diet, poor lifestyle, all these things. But then when you correct that, and then you actually become this biochemically healthy human being, you will naturally stop placing importance on the external. So, because I feel like so satisfied inside, I'll say, there's still like the internal desire to like reproduce and to prolong my own life and to, be in beautiful, nice climates, parts of the world, eat good food, all these things. But when like in general, I'm satisfied internally, I'm not placing value on the external. I'm not like stressing or overthinking or worrying because my happiness is, I've already got like a great baseline of happiness, and I don't need to like actually stress or worry about any of these other factors that other people would like, put they delegate all their happiness to these sort of external things, to like the money, to their portfolio, to their crypto wallets, like whatever, to their homes, to their status, their job title, their social media pages, whatever, because like they don't have that solid baseline of actual true biochemical, natural, innate well-being and health, which you're meant to have. So basically the moral of the story is fix your health, fix your life, and in terms of like the belief system stuff, you obviously can work to like rewrite your belief system, like just consciously reframe your thinking. That could be through meditation, like actually actively practicing being present and observing your thoughts and seeing the programming that's been instilled in you that is like not in your favor. But then even then, that's a man-made fix to a man-made issue, because when you're not actually addressing the root cause of it, your health, you're going to be swimming against the current. And like, sort of the story I told of myself, I have like meditated and have worked on like the mental aspect, the belief system, all that stuff. But I truly believe that will come naturally, and it has come for me, more so naturally, like most of the work has been done naturally from actually addressing the root of it, which is health. So yeah, even if you're gonna listen to my health stuff or not, feel free to. I do have like my coaching offers. I've linked my website, which has my coaching and then my free guide as well. So you can check that out. But then otherwise, I just, be in nature more, eat good foods. Like, I'm sure you've got like a decent understanding of how to improve your health. But yeah, if you really want to like actually get the truly, truly good results and genuinely get the top 0.001% health that like no one is actually experiencing day to day, the kind that actually brings health and fulfillment. Like, one of the things I will say is that the reason why people don't connect the dots between health and fulfillment is because the idea of health in this day and age is so poor. Like, no one actually understands what health is. Like, health to most people, in most people's mind, is like having a salad and like being a little bit active, which is not going to do much at all in like actually bringing you genuine results and like actually allowing your body to function and feel how it's meant to be. So the advice to actually like get the better outcomes in terms of fulfillment through health would be taking the radical steps. So like actually watching my free guide, maybe reaching out for coaching, or like doing your own research, but like actually coming at it with a perspective that humans are meant for so much more than what they are currently experiencing with the shitty conventional advice. Like, see if I can find a runner. There's that guy running. Like, that's literally not going to do anything for his health. Like, genuinely. Like, it may even increase circulation, but he's just going to be stressing the body, numbing the pain that he's feeling, maybe like expending all his hormones to like the point where he can't actually feel the anxiety that he has day to day from a compromised nervous system. But yeah, that's like absolutely a man-made fix to a man-made issue, and that's going to have major drawbacks in terms of just like using up the little nutrients that he already has and like actually aging the body, damaging the body, all these things. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that at all. I'd recommend thinking about what real health is and thinking about, all that. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you.